Hello, everybody. Today it's Rebecca Beck. Obviously, it's me, and today we are going to be looking at Jane animations. New animation. My time at Camp Operetta. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Because, see, we just go down. So, yeah, hopefully that's right. Let's get right into the video. It's 9 minutes, so shouldn't take that long to post, hopefully.
Hey, do you like The Odd Ones Out, or Domix, or Rubber Ninja, or Ego Raptor Aaron Hansen, or most importantly, Many Lap?
I like all of those people. Yeah. No, literally, yeah.
And me. Then hey, you should go to scribbleshowdown.com and check that out. James, Dom, Ross, and Aaron, they're all going to be doing their comedy and drawing and improv games, and I'm going to be there too. So if that sounds like a fun time, you should go to scribbleshowdown.com, check out what cities we're going to, what the dates are, and they'll see you there, and so will I. My mom put me in a lot of...
Oh, she's adorable. I don't understand how people can't like Jane animations. She's a wonderful human being.
The extracurricular activities when I was growing up, like I've mentioned before. And one I haven't talked about yet was the summer camp called Camp Operetta. When I was the
I did say it right. At least I think I did. I gotta keep going on the video.
Age of 8, my mom decided I wasn't enough of a versatile super child yet, and it was time for me to dip my toes into the showbiz puddle that is musical theater.
Musical theater is the greatest thing. Honestly. Even though I only know a collective around 5 musicals. Like, actually know a song from them. I'm trying to broaden my horizons.
I did piano and stuff, but I've never been interested in the performing arts. So when my mom asked me if I wanted to do this Camp Operetta thing during the summer, I was like, okay.
Summer camps. I don't want to go somewhere over the summer. No. I don't understand how people can do that. Like, go off to like some random place with random strangers for the entire summer. Maybe because I live out in the country and we don't have nearly any neighbors. And then I've never gone over to a friend's house, besides 2 times. But I would never want to go to a summer camp. Unless somebody I know was going to be there.
Wait, what is this? Look, I just agree.
See, you gotta know what you're getting into. You gotta read the fine print. Just so you know, I got a DeviantArt account, just so you know. I'm gonna put in the description of this video, if I remember. I just opened it up, today. Or yesterday, depends on when I post this. I'm gonna post random pictures and art stuff on there. Not very good quality, because I don't have a drawing tablet for a computer, so it's all gonna be hand-drawn and really crappily photographed. But if you want to go there, it's gonna be tied to my other channel, Rebecca Beck Studios, because that's where I'm gonna put all my art stuff. All this is gonna be my brain just farting around. So, yeah. On with the video.
Agreed with anything my parents told me as a kid. I didn't know I could actually have an opinion. I'm assuming that most of you don't know what Camp Operetta is because I googled it and got no results. To be fair, it was a one-off indie camp one of the local elementary schools just did. So, basically Camp Operetta was for young artsy theater kids.
Young artsy theater kids. If my school did anything like that, who am I kidding? We couldn't. We weren't big enough.
And would start off by sitting in a group and reading a picture book. Then everyone works together to rewrite it into a musical play to perform in front of the parent.
That seems like pretty good if you're into musical theater. If you have stage fright, I'm not sure if I should call my stuff anxiety. Because, people really, really suffer. Maybe minor anxiety. Oh, that would not be. I'm trying to work up the confidence to actually do musical theater. But I don't know. Maybe when I get into, like, higher level of self-confidence.
At the end of the camp. And then what should the tiger say? Make him say the F word. Then we...
Jimothy, no!
We all get assigned roles for the play, write the music, and make the costumes and set.
We always did that in our elementary school, but it always went downhill. Like, we used to have good musical teachers, and then it kind of slowly went downhill until the spring play was basically us lining up and saying our lines. Thankfully, I got out of there before that happened. But yeah, like the time I got out, the musical's really gone downhill. Because the spring one was just line up in a line, say your line, and maybe mouth along to a song. They barely lasted more than like 20 minutes. They used to go on for like 40 minutes back when I was there. But I don't gotta go there no more.
It was actually really fun, and I looked forward to it a lot. Also, when I say write music, I mean the teachers tell us how to play nursery songs on xylophones and those colored plastic tubes. We weren't dropping...
Yes, those colored plastic tubes. And I still can't play a xylophone. Our music program was kinda not the best.
Fire in 4th grade. The first year I did Camp Operetta, the book we were supposed to theaterize was... I can't remember. I just know it was about a bunch of animals in the jungle, and I wanted to land the role of cheetah because I thought cheetahs were cool. And obviously, I'm the best.
Cheetahs are cool. They're fast cats, and you can't catch this cat, Baker.
Cheetah out of all you losers. She wasn't the main character, but I've never been a main character kind of guy. I'm the I can't cope with #1 spots because the expectation, spotlight, and stress is enough to break me kind of guy. So that's why I'm always happy to sit at number 2 in most things. It proves, hey, I'm talented and hardworking enough to land an important and high up role without complete judgment and pressure of being at the top with everyone waiting for you to mess something up. Bit of a depressing life hack for you guys. Spoiler alert, I nailed the audition and reeled myself in the role of cheetah. The catch was there were too many kids in the camp for the amount of characters in the play, so what the teachers decided we'd do was assign 2 people per character, and then halfway through the play, switch out casts. The girl who landed Cheetah 2 was this one girl who I did, and then halfway through
was that a coincidence? Was that a coincidence that the first 2 she circled had Erin and Danny? Or was it just me? Because it really seems like a Game Grumps reference. But I'm not sure. Whatever.
The play, switch out casts. The girl who landed Cheetah 2 was this one girl who I don't remember the name of, but I thought she was super cool because she only had 1 arm. It's a good thing the teachers didn't
legit
care that the 2 kids who shared a role didn't have to look similar because they'd either have to dye her hair dark brown and make her look Asian somehow, or chop one of my arms off. We made masks out of paper plates, painted a jungle scenery on big sheets of paper.
And we never got to paint the scenery either. We always got the art teacher to do it. Come to think of it, our involvement was pretty low. We always got the older people to do it. Like, when you're little, like in 2nd grade, you don't get to help. You get the 6th graders to do it for you.
For the background, I think the costumes were made of paper too. Look, they didn't have much money. I remember one day I decided I wanted to bring my favorite stuffed animal to camp with me and show him off to the other kids. It was this stuffed mouse I got at a bookstore I named Raoul, spelled R-A-O-O.
I'm pretty sure I remember him from the other video where they were stuck in wherever it was.
L-E, because that was 8-year-old me trying my best. I brought out Raoul during lunch/break time and we all started playing with him. We stood in a big circle and tossed him hot potato style to each other, and after a few minutes of this, I went to go use the bathroom real quick.
You never leave your toys with other people, baby Jaden. You never do that. They're gonna get broken, damaged, or go missing.
Raoul's always been really special to me because he was the first purchase I made completely on my own without my parents' permission.
Oh, snap, without parents' permission. I was about to say, the first purchase I made by myself was around 2 months ago. And let's just say I'm significantly older than little baby Jaden was there. And I couldn't even... it was at a GameStop. I was buying a little figure of... And I couldn't talk. I just nodded and let... I can't talk to people. Thank you for reminding me of my own failures. Okay, that got way too real for a second. On to the video.
At the end of the school year, if you read enough books and took a little test to prove you read it, you'd get to go on a field trip to a bookstore. And
see, we never actually had to prove we read the books in elementary school. We just had to write down little calendars on, how many minutes we read. We were supposed to get our parents to sign it, even though I just always kind of just left it out. Just kind of always spent like 30 minutes off every day just doing whatever and just say I read. Everybody did it. And then we all got free pizza coupons. So, win-win.
And I, being the bookworm I am, barely scraped in by reading the bare minimum amount of books to make it.
Exactly.
In a desperate attempt to make the cut in time, I even requested a bunch of random book tests. In some miracle, I'd guess enough answers right to pass and get points for. It
reminds me of one time, back in elementary school, we had this thing basically where we went in every Wednesday lunch, and we talked about the school and different assemblies and stuff. I joined on a whim because the only promise we had was a pizza party at the end of the year. Well, turns out I ended up skipping most of the meetings, low-key, just, because I can't make up my mind about anything. So, I ended up, going to meetings here and there, and eventually, for some miracle, I ended up getting on the last 2 meetings before the pizza party, and they're just like, oh yeah, you've been here the whole time. You can come right in. And I'm just like, okay. And so then I got to eat, but I only ate one slice because I felt really guilty about it. I felt really guilty about it because people who had missed 2 meetings or whatever didn't even get to go. So I felt really bad afterwards. It wasn't even that good of pizza.
It was pathetic, and it worked. Hell yeah, suckers! I totally earned this trip. Woo! The purpose of the trip was for kids to get excited about reading and buy some books they'd read over summer break. So I walked around the bookstore, looked at the books that people were...
Book I read over the summer, the only book I had read over the summer, this school year, was Dear Evan Hansen. And that even took me forever to read because I read half of it, got really sad and depressed, and then I read the other half of it in one day. That's really depressing. I just wanted everybody to be happy, but life doesn't work like that. And it made me really depressed for a short spell.
We're talking about skin.
Go read it. It's really good book and musical.
The new releases, and then bought a mouse because I don't like reading. And I was really excited about it because it was my first 100% own personal choice. I didn't have to go, Mommy, can I get this? I made my own decision with their money. Since that field trip...
Oh wait, no. I remember one year we had a field trip and I bought stuff. It was just this year, but it still counts. And I bought stuff. Because we went to Washington, D.C. And so I had to buy stuff, because, come on. You can't go there and not get anything. So I guess, yeah, that does count as my first purchase. Not over the summer. Ha! But I still couldn't talk to the one over the summer either, so what does it even matter? I'm still a loser.
I took Raoul everywhere, and he's always been my favorite stuffed animal and super special to me. Hey, we ripped his foot off.
Exactly. You ruined it. You don't bring your toys anywhere. Because then people ruin it. Best thing you do is you lock them up in your closet and never play with them because you know they're gonna get broken. And then they tell you that you need to stop and actually use them. You're gonna put them away forever into the donation bin. And then you don't know what to do because you've had these things all your life. And this video's already gotten way too personal.
So in the literal 2 minutes I was gone taking a pee, the kids got so rambunctious that they ripped Raoul's foot off and all the frickin' beans were spilling all out the gash hole. What the frick, you barbarians! I immediately put Raoul back in my bag, upside down, so no more beans spilled out.
Chip, you could have used like a rubber band maybe to tie his leg off. Like he was in like the military or something. Gotta get one of those, what do they call them? You put them around. We just learned about this year, where you put it around your leg, and it stops the bleeding. In this case, it would stop the beads.
But I wasn't really that upset about it. For some sixth sense reason, while I was in the bathroom, I actually thought to myself, they're gonna rip him open somehow. And they did. I was cool, and we were all able to joke about it. The beans that spilled out looked like little eggs, so we were like, oh, he's laying eggs, oh. After camp, my mom was able to stitch him back up, too.
Good mom. Good mom.
So he's all good. Look, here he is, doing good. Anyway, we kept working on the play, finished getting the show set up, practiced our lines, and after a couple weeks we were ready to perform in front of the parents. And I think it went really well. I honestly don't remember anything about it, but my parents are sending videotape footage they took of it, so here's some of that.
Oh yes. I just realized, I just was listening to these lyrics. These are the worst, this is the worst musical theater I have ever seen. Oh. These lyrics and like the tune is really bad. I think it's London Bridge, but it's different words. But, I can't really judge. This was done by small children. But those costumes still look better than anything we had.
But that's not the end of Camp Operetta. I went again next year, and this time we did a play on the rainbow fish. The story of a special fish.
I forget the entire story of the rainbow fish. Isn't it because it like shares its scales and it's like, oh yeah, you're not special anymore. You've given away everything you have, and now you're not special. The truth is, we're communists. We took your wealth and we redistributed to the other. I didn't even know where that was going. I did not read that turn.
Fish with shiny rainbow scales, and no one wanted to hang out with him because he wouldn't give them what makes him special. And the only way he felt like he could be happy was to give away his specialness to the fish that only wanted to leech off his beauty. Setting aside the controversial morals of the book, we got to work turning it into a play. There weren't as many kids this year, so we didn't need to share roles. I ended up, again, with a semi-main character, the seahorse. Now, hardcore rainbow fish stans are probably saying, wait, there's no seahorse in that story. And you're right. As a group of kids, we decided to completely create a new character in the story because we liked seahorses. And that was the cohesive moral story about acceptance and loneliness. Can we add a seahorse? Make him say the F word! During the music learning part of the play, the teachers asked us who could play the piano because they wanted to
Listen guys, the only F word is fun.
Assign someone the role of playing the Under the Sea melody from The Little Mermaid without botching it up. I, along with 3 other kids, raised our hands, and we were taken to the piano to do a little musical audition. The other kids took turns playing Mary Had a Little Lamb and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and I quickly realized I was overqualified for this part. When it was my turn to play, I sat down and played Pachelbel's Canon I memorized from my piano recital, like a show-off. That was the one time I realized I was the Asian kid in a scenario.
You are the sensei now, James.
I got the part. The night of the play, we got into our costumes. Mine was made out of a towel with the bottom rolled up to look like a seahorse tail. I thought the costume was actually really cool, but a problem arose when I was in the middle of my final lines in the performance. I had a solo part where I was supposed to build hype for the ending of the play, then
And the towel's gonna fall off and your tail's gonna fall off. That's what's gonna happen, isn't it?
Raise my arms up at the end to deliver the lines that induce the big finale. But as I was saying my lines and getting ready to raise my arms up, I realized the bracelet I was wearing was caught on one of the towel strings. I started freaking out because this was...
You could have just raised your, arm, in a fist motion towards the sky. Or done a Hamilton pose, anything.
The big finishing move for my character. It said in the script, Seahorse raises both arms, blah 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 blah. This was the big moment, and it's gonna be ruined because my costume is a towel. I was wiggling my wrist in all directions and trying to get my arm free as time was ticking.
If they had a home video of that, that'd be perfect.
Down quickly. Finally, I delivered the last line and could only raise up one arm. Like Cheetah 2. I remember feeling really stupid because no one raises one arm to do anything but ask to use the bathroom or be flamboyant. I felt like I ruined the big...
Exactly! Be flamboyant! Or, hold it up in a fist motion towards the sky. We're gonna do this. May not have been the right context, but it would have worked.
Moment, but talking to my parents afterwards, they said they didn't notice, and looking back, it was probably a much bigger deal in my 9-year-old head than it actually was. I still feel like that was one of my biggest failures in life, though. See, that's exactly why I don't like main roles in anything. A prime example of self-fulfilling prophecy. And that was my time in Camp Operetta. No, I didn't do it a third year because they didn't have enough money or participants, so they had to shut it down.
No!
I told you they didn't have much money. You will be forever missed, Camp Operetta. You made my summers more fun, and my Raoul's foot all janky.
Raoul needs a peg leg. Someone needs to make fan art of that.
Who knows if I would have became a theater kid if Camp Operetta never shut down.
Oh, that's a JoJo's. That's a JoJo. Anyway... If you want to watch the outro, go watch Jaden's video, please. This has just been my reaction. I don't mean to claim this content in any way, shape, or form. This is hers. Go check her out. Just do it. And make your dreams come true. And that's all I gotta say. Theater kids are some of the best kids. And Rebecca Beck out.